Welcome to Chicas and Chai.
And I am 31. I live in Northern Virginia with my husband and my adorable Osito golden doodle puppy. I've been living in Northern Virginia for over 4 years. It's been quite the ride. We were there for COVID, post-COVID, all that good stuff. I was born in Mexico and moved to Virginia when I was very, very young. So I've lived in Virginia all my life. Consider myself Mexican American and proud. I'm 100% de aquí, de allá. That's a really quick rundown.
Actually, for our non-Spanish speaking crowd, what does de aquí y allá mean?
De aquí, de allá means from here and from there. As a Latina, or as you probably, I don't know if you get this, but you're always questioned about, well, you're not Mexican enough, you're not American enough. So I like saying de aquí, de allá, like I'm both. And I'm proud of it. And
Best of both worlds. I like that.
yeah.
I like that. I'm Summer. I am a proud South Asian American. My background history is a little bit complicated because my mom is Pakistani, my dad is Indian. If you know, you know. I live in Texas with my husband and my very, very adorable and mischievous little 1.5-year-old son, Veer. I moved there from Virginia, actually, just a couple years ago. Prior to that, we lived in Maryland and I was born in New York. So we just kind of have an amalgamation of cultures in the house: Indian, Pakistani, first generation American kids. And then Luz and I met during my time at ODU. It's crazy because we realized not too long ago that we've always had a long distance relationship. So
to reiterate, we've been friends for 12 years, had a long distance friendship for almost the entire thing except for a year, 2 years. So yeah, going into our friendship now, we met in college, and there's like a story.
I think we're both extremely grateful, but I just love hearing her side of the story.
The story is funny. Hilarious. So this is how we met. We were both a part, or wanted to be a part of this like club,
extracurricular.
I was gonna say that extracurricular like little club at ODU.
But I want to add that I think we both were just definitely there for the free pizza. It was like first week of college.
Oh yeah,
you know
100%. I mean, I also wanted to meet someone. I was like mostly for the free pizza, but like I'm like, okay, let me see if I can
discovering our passions. Exactly, we join every club, especially the ones that have free food.
I never lived like in a dorm. I lived in an apartment, so I had to go out of my way to make friends big time. So I think that's where I came from. Like, I need to do these extracurriculars, because if not, then how am I going to meet people? I went, and we were all just there, encouraged to like talk to each other after the big spiel I gave.
There was a bingo game and your bingo question was find someone that speaks another language.
See, I don't remember that. I believe you.
You came up to me because of that question.
Okay.
Because you asked me, you were like, so what language do you speak?
I was
Spanish?
Like, so you're ruining the story.
Sorry.
You're going ahead. Okay. I went up to her and I was like, okay, this girl, she looks Hispanic. I'm going to make myself like a girlfriend, a Latina friend. And so I went up to her and I was like, okay, yeah, I guess I asked, so what language do you speak? I was like so ready for you to say Spanish.
You're like, see.
And then I think she said like Summer. I was like, Summer? No, that's not a Hispanic name. That was the start of our friendship. From there, I literally don't even remember. It just went from that moment to us hanging out every single day or every single weekend. We would sleep over.
Yeah, her roommates definitely wanted to ask me for rent at one point.
Yeah,
people used to call us out and be like, whoa, look what it is, 2 peas in a pod.
Yeah, they'd call us other things too.
Yeah, people used to think we were like sisters or cousins
or romantically together.
Yeah, and we would just kind of ride the wave, be like, yeah, we're related.
We're together.
Sure, we're together. However, whatever they said we were.
Because we were just always together.
Yeah, physically together. We definitely were always hanging out, and I feel like one thing that really connected us was our family values. We both kind of were looking for like a home away from home, or maybe not looking for it, we just kind of found that with each other.
Yeah,
coming from 2 very big, tight-knit families, we were not used to this world where you're solo, kind of walking in your backpack, going to classes, going to study alone.
I didn't know anyone at that school. Yeah. I mean, I don't know about you. I mean, my sister did go there, I think, at the beginning, but like, I think she was commuting or something. Yeah. I don't know. Like that first year, no, she was commuting that first or the second year. So I mean, I'm just going to say I didn't know anybody in that school. And I roomed with 3 other girls. I mean, we got along, but we didn't at the same time. I think it was up and down. But with Summer, it was just like we just kind of took off. We really did. We took off.
And now here we are,
yeah.
12 years later. So for today's episode, we wanted to do something very different, and just kind of introduce ourselves as we did and our friendship. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to play a game. We pulled out 3 cards from a deck. She has no idea what cards I pulled out. I have no idea what cards she pulled out. So we're going to ask each other questions. And I'll go first.
Okay.
And I'll ask you, and then we'll put our cards here.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So I think I'll start you off a little bit easy. And what do you hate most about the way I drive?
You almost killed me twice today because
Just
this girl
today,
is loquita. I mean, she's just crazy. I mean, we're
I'm talking about my driving.
Yeah.
Just not like in
Okay, you're crazy. Well, you're crazy overall. Not
But
like in a bad crazy, like in a just like she's just so spontaneous.
Back to the driving.
She's just funny, and she, it will like stop the car quickly, and your mind, I feel, is just like going
all over the place. Yeah, I will have a concert in the car. Actually,
that's literally you. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. Yeah. Is it my turn? Yeah. Okay, let's keep it fun or not fun. Okay. I don't know if you can think of something, but what was your biggest culture shock, I guess, in your experiences recently or in the past?
That's a good question. One culture shock that I've had, I think, is with my own culture, like not in another culture, to kind of change it up. I would say back in the day, and there was this concept that when a girl is married, she's kind of into her in-laws family, and they're taking her in. You don't even belong to your own husband anymore at this point, nor your parents. I think for me it was a culture shock to think and to see that people still really feel and think this way. And that they kind of just expect you to drop your identity and drop your own family simply because you have now gone into this new family, and you should just kind of adhere to every kind of rule, and like you've now become a daughter of this family, and like all these expectations are thrown at you. And I think to kind of see that people still really feel this way, and that they're very adamant about you leaving behind who you are, was quite shocking for me, in numerous ways, from just many people in general when I got married.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, it's the part where you're saying, you belong to your in-laws at some point, and like that's a very strong way to make someone feel.
Yeah,
right?
like I'm not a property.
Yeah, like you automatically have to forget about the things that made you. Maybe forget about the relationship you have with your own parents, and that's crazy. And you are not the only person. Like you're just not. It must have been really hard. It must be really hard.
They say, like in my culture, it's a huge thing. Ladki parai ho jati. A stranger, or the girl is now given. Like
that's so given. Old school. Yeah, that is so old school. Like I just don't get. Yeah, like you said, it would be it's such a culture shock, because you think that idea is way in the past for it to happen.
Like, and all of a sudden, I'm supposed to be just throw everything to the
You're
side.
Supposed to forget everything you've worked for the past decade.
Right.
That's crazy.
Okay, my turn. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, well, I guess if we're being serious, what has been the highlights and the lowlights of the past year for you?
I think that it would be, just setting boundaries. I think that could be a low because of the repercussions that come with setting boundaries. There's a lot of resistance, and just the after effects of setting those boundaries. Usually when you set boundaries, it's with people that either meant a lot to you or mean a lot to you. So it's not easy, but that you have to do it, because if you don't do it, you're setting yourself up for a bad time in the long haul. Yeah, I think that's been, it just staying strong and staying firm and being like, no, like this is best. This is what's best for my mental health, for my being.
It's like a blessing and a curse.
Yeah, it is.
I get that.
It is.
It's hard.
Yep, we are getting deep. Okay, so how would you like your life to be different in 3 years?
I would say I'm very content with where my life is at, 100%. I think as being a wife and a mom and a daughter in every way, I think there's 2 things I would love to improve in my life. It'd be my finances and my career. It's not easy. We made a big move. We don't have any family around. So if we do want to get out, we're, paying for a nanny or whatnot, like a business growth mindset more so than just like having more money. I want to travel with my son. I want him to see the world. And my career, I'm a lawyer, and I kind of took the back seat in Texas because I so focused on motherhood, and I just want to give my son the best beginning years that I can and kind of get a grasp on motherhood. And so I've kind of taken, my career has taken the backseat, but I think that now as I see him growing in a very beautiful, good direction, I want to kind of bring the focus back to my career as well.
Yeah. I love that you are really making it work. And I know how passionate before Veer you were in, your lawyer path, that you are just making decisions that feel best for you and your family. And I think that takes a lot of strength and a lot of just inner like self-awareness of, okay, what is it that I want in the long haul?
Thank you. Yeah, it's hard.
We will have an episode on the situation, your mom guilt or whatever, womanhood. We have lots of things to talk about.
Yeah, we're living two complete different lives.
We really are living different lives, but it's crazy. I think that's one thing we always talk about. You are 30-year-old woman, married and have a child, and you moved to Texas and you're making it work over there and on a whole lawyer career path. And I am with my husband, of course, and my baby puppy, and like not a mom at 31-year-old, but being married for over almost 3 years. Like there's pressure that comes with being a mom, and the pressure of being a mom.
Yeah. For you, I guess becoming a mom, maybe the pressure.
No, sorry, the pressure of being to being a mom.
Yeah,
That's what I get it.
Like, when was the last time our relationship pushed you outside your comfort zone? Describe the situation. Okay. Don't get too deep, man. I don't want to fight after this first episode, then we can't start another one.
That's so real. Like that would happen. You ate my canes.
Oh my gosh, on my Subway.
Hold on. Okay, quick story is that, remind me about the question, but quick story. In college, okay, I would legitimately get mad at her if she ate all her food. I would finish my food. It'd be like 12 o'clock at night. Maybe we had a glass of wine or two.
No,
and then I would get really hungry. And then I would eat my sandwich or my pizza or Cane's, which was amazing. If you know, you know. And then I would look over. I would legitimately get mad at you.
Infuriated. How dare you eat your food alone?
I wanted her to share her food. Like, that's wild that I had the audacity to get mad at you. Dude, I was always mad at you. I don't know why. I was toxic.
Oh my God. She said, cheers to that.
Cheers to that. No, what was the question?
Even I forgot. What was the last time that our relationship
got pushed out of the comfort zone? I don't know how we got all the way to the Subway story. I think that Summer and I have been friends for so long, and we've always had a friendship where we were both either single, in a relationship, or married. And so I think comfort, like that question, I think it's difficult to answer, but the one thing that comes up is I always want to make sure that I am mindful of the situation of her situation. She is a mom. So I want to make sure that I don't make you feel guilty for things.
I really appreciate that, because there are people that are so quick to make you feel that way. Even if they don't try to make you feel that way, just with like the comments or like the disappointment.
You can just tell.
Yeah, you can just tell, and it makes you feel some kind of way. I think there's something about a relationship with so much spontaneity.
You said that right.
Yeah, I'm so proud of myself. With that, then all of a sudden kind of adjusting to this version of me.
Yeah.
Where there's like weeks and months, if not like planning, where like, okay, I need to know what's happening.
Or even a last minute thing like, hey, actually this doesn't work because of X, Y, and Z.
Yeah. And we'll plan brunch. I remember my son got so sick the night before, and it was the last night that I was here, that last day. You're always just so understanding and accommodating, and I really appreciate that. Like, you really have been, there's seasons of friendship. We're like in a 70-30.
Yeah.
And so I feel so grateful, and I hope that you know that whenever you're in that season, like I would do the same thing, if not more.
I love you.
This is getting emotional.
I just always want to just make sure that I am like that. Not that it's hard or something that comes unnatural, but in a way it is something that it needs to be adjusted because of how long we've been friends, that you weren't a mom. Because you take your role that serious, which is like amazing, it just makes it like, okay, she's a good mom. I think that's it. Just making sure that I'm mindful of those things. So I'm glad to hear that I've been doing a good job.
Hey guys, well, this is episode 1. I cannot tell you how many takes we might have had.
God, why are you outing us like that? Yeah, no, 100%. We're figuring things out. We have the conversation. We are figuring out the logistics, everything that comes into play. Guys, it's not easy.
Yeah, this is a very like unplanned podcast. Like we're just like unscripted, unplanned,
Honestly.
unfiltered, and yeah, we're figuring things out, and eventually kind of get it together.
I'm not sure how we didn't start this sooner. I just think that right now we just ended up being in the same season wavelength.
Yeah,
I don't know
space or
how
wavelength. Yeah,
with everything we have going on, but
it's crazy.
anyway, it's been good to
The
chat
universe
with
said it
you.
was time, and so we agreed.
Thank you. Make sure to subscribe. We will see y'all next
Like,
time.
share, all of that.
Yes.
And cheers.
Cheers.